Hello and welcome back. First things first, for my big surprise, I have one subscriber. Yay! Whoever you are, I hope you will find something what you are looking for. Anyways, this will be my second attempt to talk about tarot cards and tarot readings. And after last night's experience, I realized that I will gonna give a shout out to certain tarot readers in separate videos, and in each video I will gonna specifically talk about only one of those readers, and there will be like their names below, and you can see on my subscription list. I hope so. I still try to manage this account. I still don't know everything about it. So literally, if you would like to see the most favorite tarot readers, then you should see in my subscription list. So, tarot and tarot card readings. The biggest mistake what people think about tarot is that it is a future prediction. It's not at all. If you would look through certain tarot channels, like different ones, especially those who are doing readings, like monthly readings for certain signs, you will notice that most of them seem quite similar with few differences, but all, like, you can see quite similar lines and similar energies and similar themes. That just means that on that particular moment, depending on planetary ways, like planetary situations, how it affects certain zodiac signs. In the end of the day, like, they read like collective reading. So in a collective, certain energies are the strongest. So you will probably find yourself in the same strong energy. And that's why quite often you think, oh yeah, that's definitely about me, that resonates about me, and things like that. But not ever, and especially those about, if you listen to those tarot readers who are, how I say, do readings by the book. That's how I classify them. And they, by the way, will never mention that outcome is not just a possible outcome. They will say, and the outcome is, or, and your future will be. So in the end of the day, when this outcome doesn't happen, you are like, what the heck? It was supposed to happen. Why it doesn't happen? What's wrong? What went wrong? So you start to question why, and is it you? Is it tarot reader wrong, or what's going on? In real, those possible outcomes are based on that moment's energy read. But as energies are shifting all the time, non-stop, so this possible outcome can happen only exceptionally if energies stay the same as on the moment when the reading has been done. Therefore, private reads, it's something you have to think before you actually order or ask for a private read. I have done it, definitely. I have done it, and I have seen, and yeah, private reads have been resonating big time with me, because yeah, that's, of course, that's my energy and other person's energy about whom I have been asking this private read. But in the end of the day, there is few things you have to always remember about any, it doesn't matter, private read or is it collective read. First of all, free will. Second, free choice. And timing. Time is fluid. It spirals. So even they say, yeah, your possible outcome, because that's your, for example, your private read, and they say, yeah, that is that, and you are like, yeah, correct, everything is like it is. That's how I feel, and probably the other person or something else, that's how it is. And then they sort of say or tell you the future, like sort of like, wow, that's how it should happen. On that moment, keep in mind, even if they tell you approximate time, in a perfect situation, it can happen. It can happen in that timing, and it can happen how it's supposed to be. But quite often, most of the times, it really depends, like, simply because you are at that place energetically and you know that, you don't know where is other person were at on that very moment. It could be the case that circumstances don't let them change anything on exactly on that moment or in a time scale what has been given. Maybe they even don't want to change anything, and that's why your outcome is like poof, nothing happens like that, how it was predicted. No one can predict the future. No one. If you are not a psychic who actually sees, and you have proven yourself as a psychic who actually can predict what will gonna happen next, no one can predict the future. No tarot, no readings will gonna predict. They can read possible energy outcome, but that's about it. And when it will gonna happen, it will gonna depend only from all those circumstances. Like an example, last year in September, one of my favorite tarot readers had a reading what resonated with about, and it seemed like she was reading my life story one in one, word in word, what actually happened, and I was like completely shocked about it. But that happened 5 years ago, back from then. So that just proves the point, like, it can happen at any time. It can happen on the next day, it can happen 2 weeks from the reading, it can happen after months, and it can happen after years, or it can happen never. It all depends on all the energies surrounding you and your person. Besides, you have free will, free choice too. So by the end of the day, if you were gonna sit and wait to something to happen, how it was said in a reading, trust me, nothing will gonna happen at all, because you are not working on yourself. But if you start to work on yourself, that changes you energetically too. And in the end of the day, when that so-called possible outcome, when it will gonna arrive, quite possible you will not gonna want that outcome anymore. Simple. And so this is like my short insight about tarot readings. It's nothing wrong, it's just first tarot reader to whom I was personally going, he always said tarot reading is not something you just have to go like, oh, I'm curious what they will gonna say. Don't go or don't approach tarot readers with that sort of idea. Tarot readers, most of the time, they will gonna want to hear a question from you, what you want to know. But a tarot reader, decent tarot reader, they quite possible will gonna say, if you even don't know what you wanna know, then it's quite possible time to work on yourself first. And by the time when you will gonna reach the point that you have worked on yourself enough, like big time, when you will gonna start to think about private read, you will think, but I don't know, I don't actually need it. What can I possibly find out from that? I know my energies, I know where I stand at. To find out what sort of energy has other person, yeah, you can do that, but then what exactly you will gonna gain from knowing that? Not too much, right? Outcome, by the time when you will gonna grow so far, you will understand that there is no point to ask for an outcome, because nothing is set in a stone. Everything is changing all the time. And then you will just realize, do I actually need that private reading? I know myself enough good. I don't really concentrate on other person's energies, because it's their job to work on them and to work on themselves. And in the end of the day, outcome, what's the point to know the outcome? It will become really, really boring, or you will just sit, or for example, if the outcome will gonna be something you don't want to hear, then you will gonna say, I didn't want to hear that, shouldn't ask that. Or other version, if you will gonna find out, oh, there will be possible outcome that and that, what is really positive in your opinion, it can lead you to be stuck in waiting for that outcome. And that means not a progress, but a regress in your own self-growth. So before you actually ask for it, think if you really need that. It's different kind of situations when you don't really catch the point why that certain person have been sent into your life, and you can't catch the idea what you were supposed to learn from what you were going through with that certain person. Then if you can't find this answer, then only then you can ask for private reads. But quite possible you will gonna figure that out. If you are on a soul journey and self-growth journey, you probably will gonna dig deep enough to understand everything, because you will understand that there is always a bigger picture with everything what's going on, and you will accept that. What is actually quite easy. Sometimes it seems, no, it's not that easy, this is bad, that's bad, and everything. But trust me, when you are gonna be on your soul journey long enough, you will look at the things so differently. You will be completely in different mindset, and that will gonna help you big time. Because questions what you were asking in the past, like why did it happen to me, you're not gonna question anymore, because you will be out of your victim mode. You will gonna ask completely different questions about what's going on and what you have to learn from that. So in brief, that's about tarot and tarot reads. If you have any questions, you always can comment down below, and I will try to answer as much as I can, even though I so don't like to write everything, because it can become really long and messy. But if I will see certain question what takes a long time to write, I probably will make a video better. Okay? Alright then. Thank you for listening. Bye.